But I'm here with the Hammer Game Channel. Welcome back. Fuhrerreich. It has been a while, and my last playthrough was Japan, and we gave up on that playthrough because it broke. I will be back to play as Japan sometime in the future. I just didn't want two playthroughs of Japan going on at the same time, so I thought, stuff it. Let's play as the most incompetent nation on this game, Italy. So I don't know what we're going to get up to, but I can have a plan. Thank you for that. I'd like to see all the events. I've just went ahead and split up all my armies and everything. There's some stuff if you want to read that. In the rebellion in 1935. So the British Raj is currently crumbling. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. If it fragments, as it usually does, then I shall invade them. I am tempted to invade them as soon as, but the only issue is... who is using our bloody fuel? We do not have a fuel. Infantry. I just want to switch everyone to infantry first. So that's not actually looking too shabby. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, we're starting to make fuel again because I don't really care about mountaineers anymore. Peaceful ending at midnight. The king has died. King George is gone. Edward is here. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Because there is two little bits of the tree that I think are just blocked off. Military coup d'etat. Invitation to the Paris Colonial Exposition. The French provide us with an invite to the Paris Colonial Exposition. The point of this, a festival of sorts, seems to be a political move to change the face of their colonial empire, and hope we also attend for the same purposes. Whilst we could of course attend, it would undoubtedly displease the Germans and the Soviets, some nations who were vocally against the notion of a Paris Colonial Exposition. Well, that's fine, because surprisingly enough, I don't care. Oh, and Lenin's dead. A nation under siege. A terrorist attack by the Fromanzini, I don't know, the Defesa Proletaria, formations for the Proletariat Defense, a newly constituted government group, shocked the entire nation this morning. A previously planted bomb was detonated at hours 10:46 on the headquarters of the Liberal Party, killing 3 and injuring several members of the party. According to witnesses, the bomb was planted yesterday night by a group of 4 young men. The revendication of the attack by the group happened in the early afternoon. The police and the Cabineria have already started the investigation, and in the Parliament talks have already begun about whatever or not increased security in public places. Increase the security and strengthen police role. Let's do that. I forgot we've got a little bit of the Ottoman Empire. Surely they'll probably try and come and get that. On my days, they've done the consolidation of power. Oh, fugitives sighted heading into the hills. A report from a local farmer to the city police hints that the fugitives might be hiding on the Roman hills. 4 men have been sighted running towards the hills, carrying some lives and rifles. Police is ready to start a blitz on the zone, but there might be more resistance than expected. Let's open the hunting season. So the raid fails, it's 30%, and the raid succeeds 70%. And it succeeded. Raid by the police took place today in the Roman Hills. Squad formed by 20 highly trained policemen broke into the covert and successfully arrested the men. New convoy is reaching the zone to investigate the area, while the terrorists are being brought to the nearest police station and will be judged for their actions. New investigation will also begin to search for other affiliates. 10 stability. Fantastic. Now, I would like to take out the Kingdom of Serbia whenever I have the chance. Entente Council member. I am one of the Entente Council leaders. Get a wee bit of defence from that. Colonial administration. We're not even really got that much colonial kind of thing. Communist threat. That needs to bloody go. A what is founded? Don't know, but... yeah, let's just wait and see what happens, man. Oh my days. Omar Mukhtar capture. In October 1911, during the Italo-Turkish War, the Regina Marina reached the shores of Libya. Then a territory subject to Ottoman Turkish control. The government demanded that the Turkish administration and garrison surrender their territory to the Italians or incur the immediate destruction of the city of Tripoli and Benghazi. The Turks and their Libyan allies withdrew to the countryside instead of surrendering, and the Italians bombarded the cities for 3 days and then proclaimed the Libyans to be committed and strongly bound to Italy. This marked the beginning of the new series of battle between the Italian colonial forces and the Libyan armed opposition in East Libya. From this chaos, Senussi fighter Omar Mukhtar arose as a leader of the resistance and figurehead of all Libyans. Mukhtar was a skilled tactician and a good strategist, but our soldiers finally captured him earlier this morning after a raid in his house. The longtime leader of the Libyan folk is now under our custody. A special trial will be organised in the next days, but this signs a turning point for the Libyan campaign. Viva l'Italia! Some political power. I have a funny feeling there's going to be a lot of reading this episode. Yay! Oh, I forgot the Slovak Republic's a thing in this now. It has been a while since I played Fuhrerreich. Wow, you just have to start off with that. Well, we'll see what goes on with the Czechs. They'll probably die, along with Poland. Paris Colonial Exposition. Interested in see what the French get up to. War support -40. However, positioning it up here causes go far too comfortable for own good. Okay. Mechanical computing, let's get going with that. Do we have any decisions we can take? Cut. That's not really anything. What? Oh, the Entente Council. Strange integrium. After the other stage goes back, France established the Entente Council as a pan-European organisation to help peacefully mediate any future conflicts that may arise and hopefully avoid another major war. While peace has been kept so far, growing threats in Europe are beginning to strain the organisation's ability to peacefully deal with them. So it's like 60%. If it's less than 20, we can leave. Libyans occupy government building in Tripoli. Okay, the 1917 Treaty of Okuma was supposed to give Libya autonomy under Italian rule, but after the Great War, most of the treaty's provisions were undone and Libya continued to be ruled like Italy's other colonies. This was not popular with the Libyans, to say the least. With the controversial capture and imprisonment of Omar Mukhtar, a group of Libyan intellectuals have decided to occupy an Italian administrative facility, every time phone, really, facility in Tripoli. They have given a list of grievances to the local press, which mostly pertain to the treatment of Mukhtar, but also include objections to the increasing Italian population in Libyan cities and the obvious economic and legal benefits these immigrants have over the local population. Police are ready to remove the protesters as soon as we give the word, but many anti-imperial Italians might use this event against our party. Our group population goes up. It's best for both sides if we can reach an agreement. I think that's a good idea. Italo Balbo returns from Italy. General Balbo has landed in Rome today after his last victory in the Creniac region. Thanks to his warm air, now we can finally increase control over the whole Libyan region. The usual greeting for an occasion like this is the bless of the king and a meeting. But General Balbo is considered dangerous by many, arisen through the violent ways of squatterism. Balbo is one of the men of Deanuzzi, freed by the amnesty of 25. He says to have changed since then, but the recent autocratic attitude showed in Libya is a point against his previous statement. What shall we do now? He shall receive a hero's welcome. He has returned. I think this part's going to be dealing with Libya. What was this? Italy demands we become a protectorate. Oh ho ho! Autonomy for Libya. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know when the elections are occurring, because any elections by event. So it doesn't really say. Mastery of the seas. Be interesting to see what the good old UK does. I do really like their tree. I would play as them again in a heartbeat, but let's not do that anytime soon on the channel again, because we've done it. We have done it. Right, let's get concentrated industry. Portugal's in their civil war. No surprise there. Let's get superior firepower going. And let's also get ourselves up to early mobilization. We still haven't been able to do any focuses. And the Spanish Popular Front looks like they could be winning this. Which means, right, oh, they're no longer in this British sphere of influence. Just the Spanish Civil War. Oh well. The actually clique declared war on the Guangdong clique. And the Kuomintang government's also at war. Yep, they're just at war with bloody everybody. Well done. Which one's... Ah, it's you that's got... Ask Japan for funds and everything. I don't know exactly what that would do, but okay. So, I don't know if we're going to stick with the fridge. Protests in central Milan turns violent. Today, hundreds of workers gathered in the Piazza del Duomo. I'm sorry to any Italians, by the way, that just will be offended by my pronunciations of things. I apologise. Asking for higher wages and more security on work. Following the tragic death of a man in the Milanese industry, the manifestation proceeded peacefully as usual until the action squads intervened. A dozen of people wearing the characteristic black shirt broke into the manifestant and started to disperse the crowd. The workers have managed to stay calm and not attack back, but the longer it lasts, the worse it will become. Some people are already taking up arms and threat to attack, while others are threatening to occupy the factories. Maybe it will calm. Yeah, that's a bloody stupid idea. Send in the police now. Why the hell would I just go, oh, do you not stuff it? Let me lose that all my stability, basically. Why? Why? I'm not that stupid. Oh, I forgot Hungary lost their tree. I'm sure Romania... Yeah. They're just boring. Boris looking very snazzy there with a hat on. Do the Belgians have a tree? They do. Not a massive tree, but what's this? Prepare for the next war. Wow, early mobilization. That's brilliant. Getting put up to that. Belgian colonies scientific cooperation. Oh, I guess there must be a focus for them to give them independence. Don't know what you're going to get up to, but we will see. We will see. Let's see if the United Mexican States try and take them on and try and reclaim their lost land. Oh, demilitarized zone in Colombia. Peru. Peru's got some of the land. Stop the extremists. Oh wow, they can just save the Bolivians. Oh, Albania pleads for support. A recent terror attack in Tirana has shown that Albanian security forces are too weak and unorganized adequately defend their nation. Oh my days, I don't. Some of this makes no sense to me sometimes. Today, the Albanian ambassador in Rome petitions us to send more forces to help stabilize the country. The crisis in Albania only serves to weaken our position in the Adriatic, but many ministers warn that the cost of further intervention in Albania may outweigh any possible benefit. They insist that as long as the port city of Vlora is secure, our position in the Third Shore will be as well. Tell them to bugger off, or we can do it. I think we need to send more troops. So tiny. They are so tiny. Oh yeah, we control wow. No, really then. Should have told them to bugger off. Oh well. Oh, the Mashriki Kingdom. I can't remember the UK having control of them, but they're protectorates. Good old protectorate. When is the 1936 elections? I wanna choose who wins. improve relations with the Entente. Wait, the UK just joined the French there? No. No, they haven't. The Rhineland's with us. Good. London stock market crash. Oh, yay! And we'll be able to do this soon. Oh, yay. Oh, remember when if you've seen my Fuhrerreich playthroughs the UK, the bloody events broke near the end of the series that caused me to get the bloody London stock market crash back and some of the negative modifiers that come with that. It was brilliant. Oh, the London stock market crash hits Italy. After the London Market Stock Exchange stopped plugging, the world remained shocked by the devastation that it led to. Our nations survived for a while, but the consequences of the LSMC are reaching our belonged nation earlier this morning. Earlier this morning, Milan Stock Exchange crushed, and now thousands of people are already suffering from it. We better react quicker this time if we don't want another red biennium. Goodbye, tensibility and the bloody London stock market crash. Woohoo! Yay! Swiss mediation. The diplomatic stance. Who are you taking a diplomatic stance with? We will get to that in a second. I need to know where this diplomatic stance is. Oh, there it is. This your diplomacy. Okay. In the wake of the LSMC, Italian Communist Party leader Antonio Gramsci has made several long-winded speeches in Parliament denouncing the economic policies of the Partito Liberale Italiano. In his most recent speech, he has made several extreme demands for the moderate government, but with the current Parliament, it's very unlikely that any of them will be implemented. Despite this, though, Gramsci's passionate speeches have convinced some of the communist cause. Boo, 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 boo. We will not be going communist. I don't think. I might stick with the French. I might. Everybody suffers from this. Oh my days. Election time has finally come again. The previous Liberal government has recovered from the disaster of the Red Biennium and has, I'm definitely not saying that right by the way, has become a mainstay in Italian politics. Despite this, leftist sentiments have become increasingly popular among the citizens and within Parliament. This election is expected to be an intense fight between the Union Socialista coalition led by the Social Democrat candidate Giuseppe Saragat and between the Liberal Party led by current President of the Council Luigi. It's not him, Luigi Einaudi. But in the wake of the LSMC, a comeback from more extreme factions in Italian politics, the leftist Partito Socialista or the right-wing Partito Popolare is quite possible. The foreign policy question. Let the fight begin. The fight has bloody begun. Oh my days, I almost clicked on it. Let's grab all those first. The first issue brought by Parliament is the direction of our foreign policy. Former member of the Partito Popolare, Alcide de Gasperi, argued that Italy should pursue a closer relation with the members of the Entente, especially with our Latin sister France. Palmiro Togliatti of the Communist Party alternatively stated that the Italian nation should leave the reactionary Entente and instead should align itself with the Soviet Union. However, his statement was not supported by the more moderate Socialist Party or the Social Democrat Party. The Liberals remained silent on the foreign affairs and preferred to talk on more relevant topics like the economy. So we've got the USSR as the core of the revolution. We should support them. No. Liberals are right. We should focus on domestic affairs first. Togliatti is a fool, but he isn't completely wrong. So that's social democracy. What are we right now? Market liberals. De Gasperi is right. We should support the Entente. I'm going to support the Entente. The suffragette question. During the socialist government of Bonomi, various reforms led to women gaining the right to vote, but little more. Today, the first Italian woman deputy, Lina Merlin, a member of the Socialist Party, spoke for total equality. The socialists applauded her speech, while the more conservative elements of the Italian parliament were shocked by her shameless prepotency. I don't know. Applaud her effort. Women are a cornerstone of the revolution. Get away with the revolution. Interesting, but she's too radical. Commend her effort. We must always consider the perspectives of women. Politics is no place for a woman. Well, I'm going to go interesting, but she's too radical. Because she made a fair point, just she's a commie, so you know. In the last few years, southern Italy and Sicily have been seen a sharp rise in organised crime. Parliament is now forced to consider substantial reforms. Don Luigi Sturzo, leader of the Partito Popolare and a Sicilian himself, suggested that an increase in funding and a statute giving Sicily more autonomy would help the island region fight the crime families. The Democratic Socialist Party wishes to pursue a broader goal of decentralisation for the regions of Italy. The Communists suggested to create anti-mafia militia squads to protect the people. The Liberals prefer to maintain the status quo but promise to fight organised crime. So the militia would wipe out all those mafia scum. Let's not do that. The current policies are working fine. They ain't. Decentralisation is necessary for a state like Italy. No. And then we have Luigi Sturzo has good ideas. We'll go with him. So that's autonomy for Sicily with grants. Consumer goods minus 10 for 360 days. Wait, so does Sicily actually... Can Sicily break away? I don't know. After the Great War, Italy faced an economic depression and became deeply buried in debt. The previous government was achieving a slow recovery, but with a new global crisis stated by the LSMC, the Italian economy found itself again on the brink of collapse. The leftist coalition is trying to push for the creation of a welfare state, or Stato Social. The communists, of course, are pushing for collectivization and the redistribution. Jeez, I'm trying to say things too fast. Redistribution of the means of production. Liberals and Conservatives both support mild state intervention only if needed. We must seize the means of production. No. The economy is recovering fine. No. And that's a welfare state should be a favourable option. No. And economic reform is a slippery slope towards communism. Yeah, we're going to do that. I think I want the Social Conservatives to take over. The Conservatives have won. In an unexpected outcome, the Partito Popolare, led by Luigi Sturzo, has won the election. Most communists are furious at the results and have already started protesting in the streets. Luigi does not seem to be worried by this though, and promises to deal with extremists who threaten the stability of Italy. The Conservatives promise to develop the Italian colonial empire and maintain strong relations with the Entente, which may see as a more motivated by Sturzo's strong anti-Soviet views. Conservative voters now expect the Luigi Sturzo to protect traditional Italian culture and lead the nation towards economic recovery. And Umberto II becomes the leader of the Social Conservatives Party. And PPI is now in charge. The Conservatives have won. So we can crush the left and do those. Now we can do our foreign policy as well. Strengthen relations with France. We're definitely going to guarantee the Swiss Confederation. We cannot do them though. Demands control of the Suez Canal. Well, they'd never bloody say that. So we have a lot we can start doing now, which is great. I'm going to do this right now because, well, I'm kind of suffering from bloody... We have... communist threat. I don't know where the socialist strike is, but let's dismantle the left. Chaos in the keel. I'm not going to do those two anytime soon. Because what I'll do is I'll put... Oh my days. Oh no. How many divisions do they have? Right. That's my Libyan group, so we don't really need those. They can show there though, because I don't really want... Oh, do you know what? We'll just head them out. Albania's been plagued. Wait, how long is this up for? 30 days left. Fantastic. So we can wait until these guys are here, because I don't know if we can actually... Yes, we can get annexed. I'm going to take them out. Albania has been plagued by instability for years. The Socialist National Liberation Movement has been in a guerrilla war with our ally in Tirana, and despite our support of the regime, they have fallen to NLM. With most of Albania under NLM control, it is only a matter of time before our key port at Vlorë is attacked, and with our access to the Adriatic. To guarantee free trade into the sea, it may be our best interest to intervene directly. Fortify our base. Albania is a lost cause. Or we must do whatever we can to guarantee free access through the Adriatic. And that is what we're going to bloody choose. Because I want to end this episode with a good old lovely little war. And to be quite honest, I don't think we should struggle too much. But if we do, hey ho! And Brazil's now in the Civil War. Good on them. The 20th International Exhibition of the Venice Biennale. Today at Palazzo Pro Art in the middle of the Biennale's garden in Venice, 20th edition of the Biennale has begun. The Biennale is an art exhibition meant to set new brands and stimulate artistic activities in the city of Venice. Born in 1893, the exhibition has quickly gained international recognition, and foreign nations regularly are invited to share the works of the best artists in opposite pavilions that are administered by the nation itself. Since 1932, new exhibitions have been added to the project: International Music Festival and the International Film Festival. The ex-Prime Minister Luigi Einaudi, I definitely said that wrong, has already wished the best for this year's celebration before leaving the office. Let's start the party, even though it really ain't the bloody time considering we're now invading Albania. But I kind of want to do the response to the London stock crash. Oh my days. Oh, so much reading. With the start of the Biennale in this week, artists from all over the world have started to gather up in Venice. The Swiss delegation, led by the surrealist artists Aldo Patocci, Milo Maria Beratti, and the sculptor Max Ulinger, have just arrived. The French also plan to arrive in the late afternoon to show off their works. The Greek pavilion have opened again after last year's Athens Biennale was a huge success. Romanian Pavilion, has been preparing for nearly a week, and it's one of the most hyped for the season. The commission is led by Minister of Art, the Romanian of Voltaire, Nicolae Iorga, featuring paintings by, oh my days, Gregory, I don't know. Those two Romanians, I'm not going to try and pronounce them, and sculptures by Oscar Hahn and Ion Jali will be showcased there. Strangely enough, this year the Soviet Commission has left its to the controversial Italian futurist artist Filippino Tommaso Marinetti, founder of the Futurist Manifesto, publicly speculating that this decision may have been politically motivated. Marinetti has been associated with syndicalist circles over the years, causing many to view him as an enemy of Italy. Even during the Great War, he gave full approval to the Italian war effort and even volunteered to fight on the Austrian front. The artist has also been a centre of controversy recently when he made various declarations like denouncing pasta as inimical to the modern thinking person and instead promoted a diet consisting of rice. This and many other statements have led the media to deem Marinetti as anti-Italian. I'm gonna get relations with the Swiss, I guess. Oh my days. The Third International Film Festival of Venice. In 1930, the Italian Parliament approved the addition of the film festival to the Biennale. Since that year, the Venice Film Festival has become the second most important cinematographic event in the world, second only to the Oscar Award. Films like Little Women, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Frankenstein and Grand Hotel have made their debut there. This year, for the first time, an international jury will give the Golden Lion to the best films. Frank Capra, John Ford, René Clair and Joseph von Sternberg are film directors expected to win the most awards. Also, the Italian idol Vittorio De Sica has confirmed his attendance to the festival as a spectator. Many media outlets are already broadcasting the event. The French takes their rewards. I don't know why I get to choose, but can we just defeat Albania already? France! Swiss mediation. The Swiss have sent us several diplomatic missions in the past week to mediate peace between our nations and theirs. It seems to be working famously. Yay! The industrial question. Oh my days. After the LSMC, the Italian economy found itself in a state of similar to the crisis that preceded the Red Benium. Now, if we want to recover quick and not fall to another Red Revolution, we must decide where and how to develop our industry. Natural options are the rural south and our new acquisitions such as Dalmatia. The southern regions of Mezzogiorno have a long history of being culturally and economically separate from the north. The south was once a monarchy ruled by a Bourbon, the Kingdom of Two Sicilies, which in 1861 fell under Savoyard occupation during the Italian Risorgimento. During the first year of integration, a concept of Piedmontization was established in the whole Italian peninsula. Most politicians never cared much for the southern region and instead developed north. That led to the creation of crime organizations like Cosa Nostra or What, and to a lower standard of living than compared to the northern Italy. New economic program centered on the Mezzogiorno was pacify the harsh relations with the local populace, but could lead to war with the crime families that are in control of rural Sicily. Dalmatia has only been Italian since the end of the Great War. Before then, it was Austrian, Venetian and Croatian. Dalmatia is a long-lost land symbol of Italian nationalism and Austrian greed. Poets like Gabriele de Annunzio talked about the beauty of that land, and even Dante recognized it as a frontier of the Italian state. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers died for this land. Now that it is in the right hands, we should bring it back to their golden age during the Venetian era. Since the acquisition of the region by the Austrians under the Treaty of Campoformio, the area has been severely ignored. Moving the Italian economic centre to this region could favour immigration to the coast and the development of new ports like the Pearl of Dalmatia, Ragusa, or the Rose of the Adriatic, Trieste. We must choose where to focus wisely. Invest in Adriatic. Or we can invest. I'm going to invest in southern Italy. But holy moly, can we just finish this war now? We've lost 0 men, apparently. I hope they finish this war and then we'll just call the episode there. Done so much bloody reading. So much. Too much, in fact. There we go, we've broken over, so happy days. There we go, that can just be bloody annexed. Sorted. Right, well guys, I hope you have enjoyed this first episode. I know we've not really done much, it's basically story time with me, Dude Hamer. But yes, thank you very much for watching guys, do take care, and I'll be back very soon for some more. Cheery bye, the now.